hand here at Daytona International Speedway for the United Reynolds 300. As you can take a look there on NASCAR TV, you see Sammy Smith parked in his pit box on pit road. A lot of damage on that number 8 Chevrolet Virginia Motorsports.
Well, this is what we came here for, to see an exciting finish at the World Center of Racing. We're going to have just that. Only be a couple of laps to go when we get back under the green flag. And does anybody have an answer for Richard Childress Racing and their driver, the number 2 car, Jesse Love, who can, like his teammate, put that car just about anywhere he would like at will on this racetrack?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what happens here as they work down the back straightaway under the yellow flag. The 6th caution of the day here in the United Reynolds 300.
Honestly, I just kind of like listening to him already,
continues to
because I didn't
hold
for a
on
few years.
to the race
Had it all on
lead.
TV.
We got Sheldon Creed, who rides in 2nd. Sam Mayer, his Haas Factory team teammate, rides in 3rd. Taylor Gray 4th, and somehow, some way, Connor Zillage, he rounds out the top 5 after having some damage on that 88 machine from the incident way back on lap 6.
Very much impressed tonight by Connor Zillage. He won at Watkins Glen last year in his debut, but you know what? He was a driver who grew up in road racing. Trans Am, we talked about his success in the Rolex 24. Not surprising to see him run well at Watkins Glen and win in his debut just because of all that sports car experience. But to come here to Daytona, having not turned a lap here since yesterday, the first time he was on track, and now to be in position under that last segment, it shows you how talented Connor Zillage is. Driving that 88 car for Virginia Motorsports, and we will see him in the Cup Series this year as he makes his debut on the track later on this season.
And the field getting the eyes to go signal from the flag stand right now as pit road is open. Some choosers from farther back in the pack. Everybody up front pretty much electing to stay out this time by as the laps continue to wind down, getting closer and closer before we decide a winner here of the United Reynolds 300.
I think that Sheldon Creed is done and tired of finishing 2nd. And we saw that in that last segment. Drives the 00, running up there in the number 2 spot right now. I mean, he looked outside, he looked inside, back outside, back inside. He was able to take the lead away from Jesse Love. I feel like Sheldon Creed has not played all of his cards yet, and that he has studied the competition. He has prepared some moves. He has worked on the timing of those moves. We even saw that in practice yesterday, that he was trying to time a move to the start-finish line to win tonight. I think Sheldon Creed has a couple of tricks up his sleeve here before the checkered flag flies.
Yeah, and the thing with that being said is he is not going to have that much time to do so. Yes, Sheldon Creed running in 2nd. We'll see where he opts to slide in on the restart via the choose zone, but the field we anticipate will get the 1 to go signal this time by, so then that means they will go back to the green flag with just 3 laps of racing left to go. It is going to be one heck of a shootout here at Daytona.
The nerves run high. You saw Danny Stockman atop the pit box for the 2 car of Jesse Love. And he has been outstanding tonight, has been in the mix, led the majority of this final stage. As he'll come to the line this time by. Indication from atop the flag stand. 1 lap to go. When they come through this time, that'll make it a 3-lap shootout to the finish here of the United Rentals 300 under the lights in Daytona. Does not get any better than that.
We'll see where everybody chooses on this restart. We heard our friends at the Motor Racing Network even say the whole teammate game goes out the window at this point of the race. Usually, every man for himself as Jesse Love goes high, Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer go low, and then you have Taylor Gray and Connor Zillage both electing to start on the outside lane. When they come back around, there will be 3 laps to go, and the green flag will fly yet again.
when you tried to write me off. It was my season for battle wounds, battle scars, body broke, bruised, stabbed in the back, real stone fire jumping through, still around my life, running in time, and you gotta live with the bad blood now.
Dude, I'm so getting copyrighted by Taylor. Fucking
All right, race fans, here comes the field. The time is now or never. We'll see what will happen. The pace car takes the hard turn.
Side-by-side battle for third with Connor Zilic. At the front of the pack, it's Jesse Love. Taylor Gray rides in the second spot.
The top two are able to break away from all the side-by-side racing from third on back. It is Jesse Love, Taylor Gray, and now Sheldon Creed back up to the second spot. Momentum in the outside lane. Connor Zilic in third. Sheldon Creed surging forward, gets it back up for Jesse Love. Now falls off as they go to turn three. Love on the bottom of the racetrack. Sheldon Creed in one step formation right behind him.
Sheldon Creed's going to drag him right just a bit, try to get one.
He's the way in the ranking of turn number one. He'll go to the bottom of the racetrack across those of Taylor Gray. Gray side with Sheldon Creed. Gray's got the edge by half a car length.
Richard Childress Racing Chevrolets have been in command of this race for much of the day. First Austin Hill, now Jesse Love. Can he hang on to the top spot for the last lap? The outside wall. Connor Zilic goes around and others become collected. Zilic, the first of about 5 cars collected, as 4 more go piling into the outside wall. Christian Eck is one of them in turn number 3. Several others sliding down the banking of the racetrack. Parker Retzlaff also involved in this multi-car incident. Williams
Connor Zilic, who had a great day running in his Daytona debut out of his race car. Along back straightaway, William Sawala to the 18, looking to climb out. Christian Eckes taking a free ride here. By the time they went through the trial the last time through, he's got damage as well.
Yeah, not the way that he wanted his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut to go. He already had damage from an earlier incident in the race. Now, major damage on that number 16 Colleague Racing Celsius Chevrolet. You can see Connor Zilic making his way into the ambulance. And you can take a look now on NASCAR TV. You get a good look here at the replay to see what happened as they were making their way down the back straightaway. Keep an eye on that white car second in line up top of Connor Zilic. Looks like he got hit from behind as he was checking up for the car coming back down the racetrack, and that bump from behind sent him directly to the right in the outside retaining wall, and he came back down across the face of William Sawala. You had nowhere to go, and a big impact there, and you can see the melee unfold. Christian Eckes and a couple others, including Ryan Ellis, makes some heavy contact.
Trying to avoid contact 35 to Greg Van Hals into the side of Connor Zilic. It all started when Sheldon Creed threw the block in front of that group in the middle. They had a lot of energy coming from the back of the pack. Jeff Burton was pushing the 88 and Connor Zilic forward, and as soon as Zilic got to the back bumper of Sheldon Creed, that energy just stopped. Everybody gathered up, and you'll see it right here as Sheldon Creed comes down. That's what Jeff Burton had absolutely nowhere to go. So that energy just came all Connor Zilic hard into the outside wall, head on and off the empty stretch.
So Connor Zilic's night, Connor Zilic, that is, his night comes to an end. Greg Van Hals, he is on pit road at the moment. His crew working hard on that. You look back at NASCAR TV, you can see the onboard here of a couple of cars that were involved in this one, and they were all just sliding into one another on the high banks of Daytona International Speedway. And we will see overtime racing here tonight in the United Reynolds 300. We'll walk you through how NASCAR overtime works. Unlimited attempts, as the field will then take the green flag, and once the field comes back around to take the next flag ends the race. If they do not see the white flag and a caution flag comes out before the white flag is displayed, we will have another NASCAR overtime restart. But after that white flag is thrown, the next flag ends the race, whether that be the caution or if they can make it all the way back around to see the checkered flag.
Connor Zilic being towed back to the garage area. That 88 for Junior Motorsports made some noise tonight in Daytona. He'll come up short to oh so close while making a big run toward the end. There is Sheldon Creed, new team this year, that 00. We have documented the story there. He got shuffled back a little bit. He's now in fourth. He was shuffled out of line just before that incident came out. He's still in proximity with his teammate Sam Mayer. If those two can hook up together again, they might be able to push forward. Mayer in the 41, the green and white machine. Still some debris around the racetrack. We'll get that cleaned up before we can rack him up and be set to go for an overtime attempt.
you can see up on NASCAR TV. Don't forget to scan that QR code and share your pictures with us on social media and use hashtag NASCAR for a chance to make an appearance up on NASCAR TV. Joe coming to get the one to go, and we are going to see NASCAR overtime here in the United Reynolds 300.
Field will come to the choose here, decide inside or outside. It's going to be a we've seen Jesse Love, Taylor Grant on the top side, and the boards go to the bottom. And this time it's Sam Mayer leading his teammate, Sheldon Creed, as they come to the choose. While they do that, take a minute, take a look at NASCAR TV. We'll explain the overtime procedure one more time for you, so that way you can understand the course of the choose. The last format looks like this in NASCAR, the NASCAR Xfinity Series. There will be a 2-lap shootout to the checkered flag. We are already in overtime. We'll have unlimited attempts, assuming that we do not get back to the white flag. If the leader takes the white flag, the next flag will end the race, whether that is the checkered flag or the yellow flag. If it's a yellow flag, then that would mean the field is frozen, and they will go back to the cameras to determine who finished where at the time of caution. So 2 laps to go. Overtime shootout to settle it today in Daytona. The time is right now. Get out, Daytona. If you want to win at the World Center of Racing, you got to go out there and you got to take it. If you want to be in goal one victory lane, who's going to take it all tonight? Who's going to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series? This, the season opener, is for all the glory. Everything is going to be
turn 2. The top 2 are able to break away from the rest of the field for just a moment. Here comes Taylor Gray trying to get it wound up in the outside lane. He wants to challenge for the race lead. There's Jesse Love in the corner.
Jesse Love trying to keep the field at bay behind him. He looks in his rearview mirror, sees Sam Mayer and Taylor Gray double wide for the second spot. It's Love the leader off forward. Here they come racing out of turn number 4 into the trail with Daytona International. Start-finish line and the white flag. NASCAR Race Control said the finish is under review as we sit right now. So
I watched it. That white flag was not. It was out.
Caution lights come on before the leader got to the white flag at the start-finish line. NASCAR Race Control through the pane of glass directly to our left is looking at it right now. And NASCAR has declared that Jesse Love has won the United Reynolds 300. Jesse right now coming through the trial, coming to the start-finish line. The checkered flag and the caution flag are
Danny Stockman, the crew chief, just got the fist bump and high fives from the crew. Danny, your young driver last year set the world on fire winning at
in the United Reynolds 300 to kick off the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. You can take a look at NASCAR TV and see what unfolded as they were coming to the white flag. A huge pileup of cars, and it all started from the bottom of the racetrack on up, and that is what ended this race under the caution as the leader had already taken the white flag. And as you can see on NASCAR TV, it looked like Justin Allgaier was the first car to get turned out of shape, and that sparked the big one here in the trial on the front straightaway. Here he comes through the race winner, Jesse Love.
Jesse Love scores his second career victory, and it comes here at Daytona International Speedway. He does donuts here on the ball field at Daytona, a feeling like no other. He drove a great final stage to win the United Reynolds 300 for Whelen, for Chevrolet, and for Richard Childress Racing as he counts it down here on the front straightaway. Daytona, make some noise!
Who would have guessed another RCR plate merger?
Here he comes, race fans, out of the car. Put your hands together for Jesse Love.
The crash, but just the tire debris that he left here on the start-finish line. He's going to run up here and get a well-deserved checkered flag. Second career win in the Xfinity Series, and first here at Daytona. And a hug with crew chief Danny Stockman.